All right, so today we're diving into something I think we can all relate to, morning routines.
Yeah,
But we're going a little deeper than the typical tips and tricks.
right.
We've got this excerpt called Morning Routine for a Healthy Life, and it's from Pasted Text.
Okay.
And it's got some really interesting science about how those first couple of hours can, like, impact your whole day.
Yeah, it's true. Like those early hours, they really can set the tone for like everything that follows.
Yeah.
And this excerpt, it really dives deep into the science behind the circadian rhythm,
Mm-hmm.
which is basically your body's internal clock.
Okay.
It kind of affects everything, like from your sleep-wake cycles
Right.
to hormone production. And you know what's interesting is that
Yeah.
even small disruptions to this rhythm
Mm-hmm.
can have a big impact on things like your energy levels,
Wow.
your focus, and even your mood.
Okay, so we've got this internal clock, but mornings can be rough, right?
Sure.
What about the snooze button?
Oh, the snooze.
Does this excerpt have any advice for those of us who aren't exactly
Yeah.
morning people?
It actually tackles that head on.
Okay.
You see, when you hit that snooze button,
Mm-hmm.
you're messing with your sleep inertia.
Sleep inertia.
Yeah, you know that groggy feeling
Yeah.
you get after waking up?
Yeah.
The excerpt suggests that you place your alarm across the room,
Okay.
so you have to physically get out of bed to turn it off.
Oh.
It kind of helps to break that sleep inertia cycle
Okay.
and get you moving.
That makes sense. But I'm picturing myself like tripping over everything in the dark to get to my alarm.
Right.
What if you live in a tiny apartment
Yeah.
where you share a room? You can't exactly like launch yourself across the room first thing.
Right.
Does the excerpt mention any other strategies?
Um, there are definitely other options.
Okay.
One thing it highlights is the importance of light exposure.
Okay.
So even a small lamp on a timer
Uh-huh.
can help signal to your brain
Yeah.
that, hey,
Yeah.
it's time to wake up. And if you can, get some natural sunlight soon after waking up,
Mm-hmm.
it can be really powerful for like resetting your circadian rhythm.
So ditch the snooze button.
Yeah.
Embrace the light.
Got it. Exactly.
Now, I'm always hearing about how important it is to drink water first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I usually reach for the coffee first.
Sure.
What's the real deal with hydration?
So,
And why should we prioritize it over that caffeine kick?
well, think about it. You've just spent hours sleeping, without any fluids.
Right.
So your body's naturally dehydrated.
Right,
And that
right.
can actually affect everything,
Oh, wow.
from your cognitive function to your energy levels.
Interesting.
The excerpt actually goes into the science of how dehydration impacts the brain. And it even cites studies that show that even mild dehydration can impair things like memory and concentration.
Wow.
So starting your day with water,
Right.
it's like rehydrating those brain cells.
Right.
And it also kickstarts your metabolism too.
Okay, that makes me think twice about grabbing that coffee first.
Right.
The excerpt also mentions adding lemon to your water.
Yeah.
Is that just for taste, or are there like actual benefits?
It's kind of both.
Okay.
Like lemon, it adds a refreshing flavor,
Sure.
but it also provides a dose of vitamin C,
Mm-hmm.
and it can help aid in digestion.
Okay.
So it's a simple way to like boost the benefits of your morning water.
All right. I'm sold on the lemon water.
Good.
Another thing I've been hearing a lot about is mindfulness and meditation,
Yeah.
but honestly, I'm a bit skeptical.
Okay.
Is it really worth the hype, or is it just another like wellness trend?
It's definitely more than just a trend.
Okay.
The excerpt talks about how mindfulness can be this powerful tool for reducing stress,
Mm,
improving mental clarity, especially in the morning.
right.
When our minds are prone to racing,
Yeah, yeah.
it's not about becoming like a meditation guru or anything. It's
Yeah.
more about just taking a few minutes
Right.
to, focus on your breath, observe your thoughts,
Mhm.
and kind of cultivate a sense of presence.
So we're talking about a few minutes, not necessarily an hour-long meditation session,
Right.
because let's be real, most of us are pressed for time in the mornings.
Yeah, for sure.
Does the excerpt suggest any like specific ways to incorporate mindfulness into a busy routine?
It does.
Okay.
It recommends trying guided meditation apps
Okay.
like Headspace or Calm,
Mm-hmm.
which offer these short, focused sessions
Okay.
that you can, easily fit into your morning.
Right.
Even just 5 minutes
That-
of guided meditation can make a difference.
Okay. I'm willing to give it a shot. 5 minutes I can handle.
There you go.
Now we've hydrated, we've meditated. What's next time to get our bodies moving?
Exactly. The excerpt really emphasizes the importance of getting some kind of movement in the morning,
Right.
even if it's just for a few minutes.
Right.
It doesn't have to be, a full-blown workout.
Right.
Even something like stretching or a brisk walk can make a big difference in your energy levels and overall mood.
Okay, that's reassuring. I'm not exactly a gym rat first thing in the morning,
Right.
but I do love a good walk.
Yeah.
Speaking of energy, this brings us to the age-old question, breakfast.
Uh-huh.
Is it really the most important meal of the day, or is that just something we've been told our whole lives?
Well, the excerpt actually challenges that common saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it suggests that while breakfast is definitely important for fueling your body and brain,
Okay.
it's not necessarily more important than any other meal.
Interesting.
The key is to make sure you're eating a balanced breakfast
Right.
that will keep you satisfied and energized throughout the morning.
So what does a balanced breakfast actually look like?
Yeah.
I'm always rushing in the morning,
Sure.
so I tend to just grab whatever's easiest.
Right.
Any tips for making healthy choices when time is tight?
Yeah, the excerpt has some great suggestions for that.
Okay.
It emphasizes whole foods,
Okay.
like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and healthy fats.
Yep.
And for those busy mornings preparing breakfast the night before,
Oh, yeah.
can be a real game changer.
Right.
Think things like overnight oats, chia seed pudding,
Okay.
or even just chopping up some fruits and veggies to have ready to go.
Overnight oats are a lifesaver.
Definitely.
I'm all about anything that can be prepped in advance.
Yeah.
But even with a good breakfast, mornings can sometimes feel kind of overwhelming
Sure.
between work, family, and just life in general.
Right.
It's easy to get caught up in the chaos.
I know what you mean.
Does this excerpt offer any strategies for staying organized
Yeah,
and like setting a positive tone for the day?
it absolutely does.
Okay.
It highlights the power of planning your day.
Okay.
Taking even just 5 or 10 minutes each morning
Mhm.
to review your schedule,
Right.
prioritize tasks,
Right.
and kind of set some intentions for the day
Uh-huh.
can make a huge difference in how you approach the day.
I can see how planning would help reduce that sense of overwhelm.
Yeah.
But I also tend to get bogged down in to-do lists.
Sure.
Does the excerpt mention anything about mindset
Yes.
or like finding a sense of calm amidst the busyness?
It actually pairs planning with the practice of gratitude.
Now that's an interesting combination.
Right.
I've heard about gratitude journals, but how exactly does that fit into a morning routine?
Well, the excerpt suggests that starting your day with a gratitude practice
Okay.
can really shift your mindset to a more positive outlook.
Mm,
It could be as simple as just taking a few moments to think about things you're grateful for,
right.
or you could write them down in a journal.
Yeah.
The key is to cultivate that sense of appreciation,
Okay.
which can have ripple effects throughout your day.
I'll admit I'm often so focused on what needs to get done that I forget to appreciate the good things.
Yeah,
It's like I need to train my brain to focus on the positive.
right.
But let's be real. There's one major distraction that often derails even the best intentions of phones. I'm definitely guilty of checking emails and social media first thing in the morning,
Uh-huh.
and it usually just ends up stressing me out.
Right.
Does the excerpt address this digital dilemma?
It does.
Okay, good.
It actually cautions against checking your phone or emails first thing in the morning
Okay.
because that blue light emitted from our devices
Yeah.
can interfere with our circadian rhythm,
Right.
which can make it harder to wake up naturally.
Interesting.
Plus, starting your day with a barrage of notifications
Oh,
can instantly spike your stress levels.
For sure.
The excerpt recommends giving yourself at least 30 minutes of screen-free time in the morning
Okay.
to focus on your routine and set a calmer tone for the day.
Okay. 30 minutes sounds doable,
Yeah,
but how do we resist that urge to check our phones?
all right.
It's like a reflex at this point.
One strategy the excerpt suggests is putting your phone on Do Not Disturb mode
Uh-huh.
until you've completed your morning routine.
Right.
Out of sight, out of mind, right? You can also try leaving your phone in another room,
Okay.
so it's not within easy reach.
I like that idea. Creating a physical barrier might just be the trick.
Yeah.
Now, while we're on the topic of healthy habits, what about getting some fresh air and sunlight?
Oh, yeah.
I know we touched on light earlier,
Uh-huh.
but is there more to it than just waking up?
Absolutely. Exposure to natural light in the morning is crucial for regulating your circadian rhythm.
Okay.
It signals to your body that it's daytime,
Right.
which helps you feel more alert and energized.
Mm-hmm.
It can also improve your mood
Wow.
and even boost your immune system.
That's great.
The excerpt recommends spending at least a few minutes outside each morning,
Okay.
or at least opening your curtains to let the sunshine in.
And hey, maybe you can combine that with your morning movement routine for
Exactly.
a double dose of goodness.
Yeah,
A walk in the sunshine sounds pretty ideal to me.
for sure.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here,
We have.
from hydration and mindfulness to movement and gratitude.
Yeah.
It seems like a well-rounded morning routine, is all about setting ourselves up for success,
Right.
both mentally and physically.
Absolutely.
But before we wrap up, there's one thing I'm curious about.
Okay.
The excerpt mentions personal hygiene,
Mm-hmm.
but it frames it in a way I hadn't considered before.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It reframes these everyday tasks as opportunities for mindfulness and self-care.
It's not just about, rushing through getting ready,
Yeah.
but really being present in those moments.
Yeah, like instead of, just mindlessly brushing your teeth or showering,
Right.
try to actually focus on the sensations.
Okay.
Like the taste of the toothpaste
Right.
or the feel of the water on your skin.
That's a good point.
It's a simple way to kind of bring more awareness to those everyday routines
Right.
and turn them into these mini self-care rituals.
Yeah, it's like finding these little pockets of peace
Exactly.
in the middle of a hectic morning.
Yeah,
And I imagine it can make a big difference in how you feel
it really can.
throughout the day.
It's all about cultivating that sense of mindfulness and intention.
Right.
Even in the most, mundane tasks.
Yeah.
And when you start your day with that mindset,
Mm-hmm.
it can have a ripple effect
Right.
on everything else you do.
This whole conversation has been a real eye-opener.
Good.
I'm realizing that a morning routine isn't just about checking off boxes,
Right.
but it's really about setting the tone for the entire day.
Exactly.
It's about making those first few hours work for you,
Yeah.
not against you.
Exactly. It's about, finding what works best for you
Hmm.
and creating a routine that helps you feel energized,
Right.
focused, and ready to kind of take on whatever the day throws your way.
So what's the biggest takeaway for our listeners?
Mm.
If they could make just one small change
Yeah.
to their morning routine tomorrow,
Yeah.
what would you suggest?
I'd say start by identifying one area that really resonates with you,
You
whether it's hydration and mindfulness movement or something else entirely.
Yeah.
And then just choose one small, actionable step
Mm-hmm.
that you can take to incorporate that into your morning routine.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's about starting small, building consistency,
Mhm.
and finding what truly makes a difference in your day.
And remember, it's a journey, not a destination.
Right.
So experiment, adjust, and find what works best for you.
Well said.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling inspired to rethink my own morning routine.
Me too.
And we want to hear from you, too.
Yeah.
What are your morning routine wins?
Right.
What are you struggling with?
Exactly.
Share your thoughts on social media and tag us in the conversation.
Yeah, because remember, a better morning can lead to a better day.
So rise and shine, everyone.
Yes.
Until next time, happy diving.